Welcome to the Penguin Magic Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tate. Joining me, as always, my good buddy and co-host, Nick Locapo. Nick, how you doing?
Good. We're on video here, and I just noticed do you see right there, right over here, right next to my finger?
Yeah.
You see?
Does it say co-host? Oh, is
No,
Archie?
Archie's just hanging. I didn't know he was over there. I'm good. Sorry, podcast listeners. Yeah.
No, the podcast listeners frequently reach out to me and demand that our dogs get on the show more. Mine are here this week. They're back from my ex-wife's, and so she'll so we may be joined by Rocco or Bellatrix at any moment. Who knows?
Oh, I think Archie's a little tired. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, what's going on?
We got some new tricks this week.
There's always new tricks. Always new tricks. Okay. What do we need to buy this time?
I've got some info from the Atlanta Harvest of Magic, and we have a lecture coming out. But let's talk first about our good buddy Alex Latorre has a new trick that just dropped, which is the Trinity book test.
This is really good.
This thing is nuts.
It really is.
I would say if I use an impression device in my show for the book test that I do, and I really like that. But if I was going to do a gimmicked book test with force words and stuff, this has got to be it. I think this is sort of the holy grail of it's an act in a book.
Yeah, haven't seen anything like it in a while, or maybe ever. It is a book. It's got 3 phases built into it. One, you can make a prediction about what words somebody's going to think of, and then the second phase, you can have them think of a word in the book and read their mind, and you tell them what it is. And then the third phase is they look at a page, then that page vanishes from the book and reappears in an envelope that they've been holding since the start. So it's got, probably the top 3 tricks that people love book tests for, built into this one, really deceptive book. It's a rare one here where like the method on this thing is crazy. It's like really satisfying.
Yeah, because it really is. It's got a feature that allows you to switch between the different methods, kind of in front of the audience's.
Yep.
Like right under their nose. And it's really deceptive. I didn't understand it the first time that I was like, why would you do that? And then when we took him out and performed, were you filming with us?
I was there, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I was there because he did it in the show that I hosted or something. So yeah, I remember seeing it.
We took him out to the arcade next door, and he was rushing with this. It was good.
If you've ever asked somebody to think of a word in a book and then tell them what it is, you know how strong of a trick that is.
Yeah.
And what's great about this is it's the best tricks built into one book, and it's really, really simple to do. There's nothing difficult about this routine at all. You could stretch this for anywhere from probably 3 to 10 minutes, I would guess.
Yeah. And there's, something came up in, we have a production meeting every Monday that you and I are always involved in, and we always talk about the new tricks that are coming out. And one thing came up during the meeting that I think we should tell listeners is, yes, you are doing Pegasus page in this, but there's no need you're not like having to redo the gimmick every time. The page is reusable, and you're not having to reset the book, if that makes sense. Is that?
Yeah, the book's completely self-contained. You really don't need anything else beyond the book.
You don't need to buy refills. Like, you can do this over and over and over again until the book wears out. Like, it's an
exciting product. It really is people are going to do this,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of tricks we talk about on here. Who knows where they go? I think a few people do them here and there, but I do feel like this one might have some broad appeal in especially stand-up performers looking for a new book test to try out.
I also like how Alex was very thoughtful in the design of this book. So it's built into Animal Farm by George Orwell. And I think one of the things with books that are wholly created for a book test, you often see some like lorem ipsum, just like garbage junk stuff where like you couldn't actually read the book if they start paying attention to things. But because Animal Farm is such a universally read book, I mean, how many people read it in high school? Like it's gonna come up. He very carefully designed the entirety of the book, so that it's got characters and scenes and stuff. So if somebody started to like actually read into it or look into it, they're not going to get any sort of like strange like out there sentences.
Yeah.
It's really Animal Farm.
Yeah, as much as it can be, it really
Yeah,
is Animal Farm. Yeah. Yeah. The routine's structured in a way that it really doesn't even matter all that much.
yeah.
The book is largely forgotten about.
Hmm.
A good book test routine is the book's just there as the device to get the word in the spectator's head and
Hmm.
take it away from that and
Yeah.
read their mind. And if you've never done like a Pegasus page, which is the page vanishing from the book and reappearing somewhere else, it is just a really strong trick.
Yeah.
It might be one of those as a magician that you watch. I know you know these tricks that like you're like, oh, that's whatever. It seems
Hmm.
like a good trick. Whatever. Probably not for me. But like audiences freak out over Pegasus page. I get
They
it. But yeah, it's a crazy trick.
it's sort of in the same vein of like Svengali deck or Invisible deck, where it's just sort of something that exists in our like lexicon of magicians, and so we sort of overlook it. But you really forget that audiences haven't seen this stuff, and so when they look at that page and they confirm it and they're remembering words on it, and then it appears in an envelope, and you can match the torn page to the what's left in the book. It is an incredibly strong effect for lay people, because I'm not quite sure what goes on in their head when they because it's not like the page just vanishes, it's torn. So
Hmm.
there's like a weird thing with Pegasus page where like they also recognize that they didn't hear paper ripping. Like I
Yeah,
I don't understand
it's a
what goes on
hard.
in their head, but I think that's one of the reasons that it's so strong.
Yeah, not that we need to dive deep into Pegasus page, but yeah, when you actually
Hmm.
think about what that effect is, it's like some people present it like, well, you couldn't have seen that page because it's not there, but it clearly was torn out between the time I saw it
Hmm.
and then we're looking at it now. Yeah, it's one of those paradox tricks that I think if you really wanted to present it, there's probably a lot of great presentations available out there.
Oh, absolutely. Let's move on to. There was a couple of other things that came out this week. One of which I saw at the Atlanta Harvest of Magic was the Post-it note impression pad by Larval Magic.
I think it's IRVL. That's my
IRVL?
guess. That's my
Oh
guess. I
yes,
don't
this
know. I could be
it's
wrong.
yeah. I
This,
think it's IRVL as well. But this thing, I saw this in one of the dealers' booths at the Atlanta Harvest of Magic, and it was pretty crazy.
yeah, I think I saw it live. I think I saw it there. It's like, look, we've gotten to this point now where it's a post-it notepad. You can let your spectator hold it. It isn't anything other than a post-it notepad. And then you can have them write down a thought. They can tear that off. You can hand it to somebody else. They can write down a thought as well, a word, a name, a person, place, thing, whatever. And all of that is just simply transmitted to either your phone, your watch, or any Peak device that you have, like a Peaksmith or something else. So
Hmm.
whatever else is compatible with their IRVL app, which I'm sure is pretty robust at this point.
It's it's wild to look at, because I mean I've got the demo up on one of my secondary or tertiary monitors over here, and I'm watching it, and it is a very high fidelity electronic device that's working here. I mean the
It's real time as well, so it's not
yeah.
like it captures and then sends. It's you see the what's being written as it's
Yeah.
being written.
And like that was the thing that they had it set up with a Peaksmith when I was looking at it this past weekend, and just watching it capture that image in real time is just completely insane. I've never seen anything that advanced before. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely things
there's
are
stuff,
getting out there.
There's
But
stuff like it.
yeah, what I love about these things are when they start to make their way into just ordinary objects.
Hmm.
You know, nobody's picking up this post-it notepad and they know what it is, right?
Hmm.
And they also know there's no there's no possible way that anything they write on it is being sent through the air to your phone. I mean, it can be, I guess, at this point, but that's why, the analog watches are really good that you're able to adjust the time with, or
Hmm.
anything that feels analog but actually is digital is that's the strongest stuff, at
Yeah.
least at the moment,
Yeah.
until
No,
we
I
trust nothing anymore. So,
I completely agree with you. It's really getting to the point where we're so good at concealing things in
hmm
other things that are the electronics are getting small, accessible. Um, I don't know. I might pick this up and see if maybe it's gonna
it's pretty
go.
silly. Yeah.
Do I need to put this in my show so that I'm using it instead of the impression device that I've been using for a long time? Because it would change the way I do this book test. Like I wouldn't need to get the book back.
Yeah, I mean it opens up a lot of doors,
Yeah.
right? Because like it's you with the book, you gotta like you kind of have to hold the book and make sure that they do it right.
Hmm.
I mean, this you could throw out in the audience and just yeah, write something down on that pad, and you can get multiple people to do it as well. Um,
Oh man, this is now. I'm just wondering, like, well,
need
now
a good place to get the peak.
I gotta call my buddies over at Illuminati now and see if they can if it'll work with my notifier.
Yeah, I
I
don't
bet it
know.
will. I bet it will. I'll have to
Yeah, I
check
think
that
it
out.
probably. I don't know. These things all seem to collab together at this point, but
Yeah,
what do I know? Yeah.
yeah. And then the other thing that came out was Piff the Magic Dragon put out a fun trick this week. The
Good to
trick with
see.
the name.
Trick with the name. Look, we need these tricks. These are
We,
great tricks. This is just we go from high tech, crazy post-it notepad to just a good old card reveal on a "My name is" badge,
it's
but
so,
done in a new way.
yeah.
This is really good. You know that this would get a great reaction if you did it.
Oh,
People would love this trick.
completely. If you
Yeah,
haven't seen it, he's got like a your name is like a name tag like you would wear at any sort of like conference or some like mixer or
yeah,
party or whatever. He gets your name, writes it down, puts the name tag on you, then you pick a card out of the deck, and when you peel off the name tag, the card is on the back of the name tag.
yeah. Kudos to Piff for putting out a product.
Yeah.
That's fun. He don't have to do that, right?
No, he doesn't have to do that, but
Yeah. It's fun. The demo's pretty funny because he's like out on the street performing it in his dragon suit, right? Of course, obviously, but like, yeah, it's good.
yeah,
I would
I
buy
would do
this.
I'd do that trick too.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you know what? I might have to pick this up for the restaurant. This would be a total fun thing to do in the restaurant.
I mean, and the practicality of the "Hello, my name is" badge too. If you're,
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you're in weddings come to mind, not that you would do this at a wedding, but like if you're in a room of people that are trying to meet each other for the first time, like it's kind of fun to
Oh yeah.
throw name badges on people. But
I
yeah,
worked on a name tag trick years ago that you know the old thing with the whiteboard where you like write down the thing on it, then you erase the stuff on the whiteboard and it
hmm
has like a card reveal or a word reveal. I worked on one for a while that was like that, but I
mm
could never really get it to function correctly.
mm.
But I don't know, maybe one day.
That's one of those funny tricks that's in Tarbell that you don't realize,
Oh, that's right.
which is weird. But yeah, I always thought that was a funny one to be in there. Yeah, I
You
forget the
know,
name of it at this point, but
it's Tarbell came up a lot this weekend. So I was down in Atlanta for the Atlanta Harvest of Magic, and the lineup was great. It was me, Carl Hine, Sean Ridgway, Paul Gertner, Andy Gladwin, Lucy Darling, and John Reed was lecturing. And first of all, if you haven't played around with like Cressy coils or paper products, like you should see the stuff that John Reed does with it, because like when you think about production coils, you just think about like mouth coils, right? We always refer to them as mouth coils, but he was teaching some really fun stuff where like You just put out did your SpongeBob video drop yet?
Not yet. No,
Okay.
not yet.
Well, I know that's coming, but one of the things he does is he uses the purse frame and he opens it up, shows it invisible, and then he pulls the production coil out. He hands it to
Yeah, great.
the end of it to somebody, and then steps back from the table, closes the purse frame, and tears it off. It's a fantastic way to do that.
That's
Uh,
really good.
yeah. There was a couple of others that he had, and he demonstrated a really cool way to do the throw streamers. Where so normally you have like the little tab that you peel off on the side and have to hold
Yeah.
with your finger, so you kind of have to like have it in your hand ready to go. But he showed this really neat way of picking it up, pressing through the center, and using the outside loop as the ring to hold on to. So you you could literally just scoop them out of your pockets or out of your case and just immediately throw them, which was
Hmm.
nice. Andy had a really fun lecture producing or showing some of the stuff that he had. Carissa Hendricks had a great lecture, and then Carl Hein had a really wonderful lecture showing some. Carl's got a great card under box that if you haven't checked out, you really should.
I haven't seen Carl perform in so long. I'm sure he's like complete Jedi at this point.
Oh, it was incredible. He had a named card that appeared. It was 3 named cards appeared in a sealed envelope in a wallet that was really, really good.
Yeah, surprised, not surprised
Hmm.
with Carl Hein.
Yep.
That guy's a assassin.
But if you haven't, so the Atlanta Harvest of Magic happens about every other year, and if you haven't been to it yet, I would check it out. It's a small convention, about 150 people. Great little dealer's room. Saw a lot of our products in the room actually, which was fun. Uh,
Well,
yeah,
we're the only people that make stuff anymore. That's not
yeah,
true, but
yeah.
we make a lot of
No,
stuff.
lot of Penguin stuff in the room, and got to hang out with some great people and see some great shows. Seeing Lucy Darling, always fun. Man, seeing Lucy Darling now after she's been like touring, she's another one I got to get back on the show because she's sold out a 3,000 seat theater in Portland, Oregon.
I know it. Busy,
She's
busy.
busy, busy, blowing up all over the place. So
Oh,
that was super fun.
did you see this Cosmopolitan article?
That's been making the rounds. Magic's hot again, man.
Like so hot, apparently. Man, that was pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
One, I didn't know about this. Look, I'm just not on TikTok, so to my own demise, I suppose. But
Hmm.
yeah, apparently there was a living room magician viral trend going around TikTok, started by what appears to be the Spellbinder. Do you know
Is this
this?
is this the guy who's doing the dove magic in the living room?
Oh yeah, yeah, Walter
Yeah.
King Jr.
Yeah.
out here in Chicago. Yeah, I look, I've been on the Spellbinder hype train a long time.
Hmm.
So, but apparently, at least the way I think this went down, I could be completely wrong, but
Hmm.
is that Spellbinder did some, 20 somethings girls' night party at somebody's house, and they captured this clip of them doing the
Hmm.
Double Dove production, and they're all losing their
Yeah.
absolute minds, right? So this clip went viral, and it became like a thing to like book a party magician at your house, invite your friends over,
Hmm.
and and watch a magic show. And I think that's where this, I was trying to figure out like where'd this Cosmo article come from?
Yeah.
Like I think it's genuinely just writing to trends on TikTok. I think that's
Hmm.
where the article's like
Must be.
soul is.
I
And
actually got
yeah,
booked. I got booked to do a house party this weekend.
well,
That it
it's
must be
trending.
must be from the Cosmo article. So now I have to find a pair of doves to produce.
Yeah, you have to send the Spellbinder a little kickback, I think, is what you have to do.
Oh,
Um,
so what? So this is Saturday afternoon at like 5 o'clock before the OSU game starts at 6:30 or 7, or the OSU game starts at 7:30. So I'm going to be in there at 5.
mm.
What
Oh
is the
wow.
what is the trick that I do in this living
Oh,
room?
you're
There's like
you're
15 to 20
screwed.
people.
Is it These are all college?
Yeah, like young, like older college, young professional age. So like mid to late 20s.
And
What's the
they're hyped for the game, or is this it's separate from the game?
This is separate from the game. They're hyped for the game, but they
I guess
wanted Rather than watch the pre-show, they wanted to watch a magic show.
Got it. Because my worry would be like pre-gaming before Ohio State games is rowdy.
Oh
So
yeah,
if
I'm
you're the
aware.
pre-game party, that you're in for some trouble. Uh, um, you know what? I talked to David Newell about this one time. Like
Hmm.
it just depends. It like the because he was doing like magic show on the front porch of like a frat house or something like
Yeah,
that. I'm like, look,
yeah.
dude, nobody's gonna pay attention to you. You know, like, um, I don't even know what the branded trick would be. It's so hard. I have to know what the room is, right?
Hmm.
Like, I got to know what the vibe is. Like, are they gonna actually sit and pay attention, or
I
is
I
the
think they're
football game on in the background and like the pregame and everybody's like drinking and who knows? Like, how many
I
people are in this room?
we're talking 15 to 20 people. They're excited for the game, but they're more excited for the magic.
Mm.
So I'm thinking. I mean, like I got to do some kind of production. Uh, I mean, do I like dive back into the Penguin Lives
Well,
and do like Nathan Fans signed bill to wine
Well,
bottle?
so if they did book you because of the Spellbinder trend, right, they're gonna want a hot video clip to
Yeah,
post to
yeah.
TikTok, right? So you got to come out guns blazing
Hmm.
with the triple. Nick the Duck would be good,
Oh yeah.
because that's a big dumb prop to have be holding in somebody's living room.
Hmm.
I think that's what they want. They want a clip of you holding a dumb thing so that they can put like, what WTF is happening?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Oh,
so big
I'm
dumb props and
got to wear the nice suit. Got to show up in the nice suit.
like the bra trick would probably kill.
Oh man, where
Call
where can
Bob
I
Sheets. Just
where can I get the triple cup bra on short notice?
I don't know. I don't know. Isn't there like some solo cup tricks that have come out lately, or are those all like not released yet?
It's not released yet, but we've got one coming out with. We got a solo cup trick with Juan Capilla coming out. I bet I could snake one out from the workshop. And
Are they a drinking crowd? Because any drink production stuff
yeah.
will crush. Like
Uh,
easy trick. Like I don't know if you own it, but like Bill Abbott's the shot one,
oh yeah,
stabbed and shot's great.
yeah.
I think he teaches that on one of his
Hmm.
lectures. Um,
Could do think a drink.
yeah, if you can roll in and just casually do think a drink, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Just go back to the Lucy Darling lecture. Do Lucy Darling's think a drink.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you want dumb stuff like any of the box production stuff from Tarbell. Like Dan had all that. Like here's a cardboard box. Now here's 10,000 things from it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I could totally do that.
Mm.
I did a top 10 video for YouTube where we counted down like the top 10 illusions that you could make on your own. Man, if I could get a square circle in there and just produce one of their friends from, I bet the giant square circle is still in the basement.
I think it is.
Oh man, just do a giant square circle in someone's living room and produce one of their friends.
Yeah, you can make them pretty easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, good luck. Good luck. I can't do that stuff anymore.
Oh no,
I barely did it in the first place.
I'm in it
But
for the story, babe. I'm in it for the
yeah,
story.
Nick the Duck will do good. Nick
Yeah.
the Duck will do good, but you do have to hit him out over the head with something at the end. So,
Yeah.
uh,
I'll get something big. Let us know in the comments what you would do at a college football pregame party.
card through window will wreck.
Oh yeah. Oh, because
Load
I
one.
could set that up on the way in.
Yeah, just stick one on the back of a window, and
Mhm.
I mean, it might be tough depending on where you're performing, but
Oh, you know what trick I haven't done in a while, but I still remember how to do is the Daniel Garcia chaos trick where you pull the card through the window.
yikes. Yeah,
Oh
I
man.
don't get some practice in before you do that one. But
just just go to a slide.
just tape a card to a window and then throw the deck at it. That's all you got to do.
Oh, with my luck, the deck wouldn't separate, and I'd shatter the window.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
We will expect a full report next
oh
week.
yeah. Well, I'll get you one. I'll get you one. We'll do something big. Before we go, we got a Penguin Live dropping this
Oh,
week. So you're listening to this on a Thursday. It should be out on Friday if the calendar stays the same. But Javi Benitez Live is coming out, and this is
that,
it's an absolute monster of a lecture. With if you ever wanted to learn how to palm a card or do card to pocket, there's
yeah,
some crazy stuff in here, and there's a super easy card at number where they literally like they think of a card and then you pull it out invisibly, turn it over, throw it back in the deck, you name a number and it appears at that number face up, but it's stupid easy to do.
that
Uh
can't be true.
yeah. It's no, it's ridiculous. It's there's like no sleight of hand involved.
No,
It's nuts.
he's really good at magic.
Yeah.
It's just one of those guys. If you haven't seen Javi, I'm lucky enough to hang out with him a couple times.
Mhm.
Yeah, he does dumb, really incredible magic
Yeah.
tricks that you talk about. Yeah,
Yeah. We'll talk about that more after it officially drops, but it is going to be nuts. So that's it. We're going to turn it over to past Eric and Gabriella Lester talking about the Now
mm.
You See Me tour, which is going
When's
to
that
be
movie come out? Soon.
soon-ish, I think. Now You See Me
Maybe
Live is the show, and then where is it? I actually just had this up the other day because it was
it's
on.
gotta be, or is it like a Christmas time thing?
It might be. It looks like it's coming up soon. The release date is November 14th,
All right.
and they finally did the named it what you're supposed to name this thing, which is Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Mm.
I'm wondering if they had to pay royalties to Bill Tarr.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Does it go Jack before then? What's the origin of that phrase?
I don't know where it
It's
comes. I
got to
mean,
go
like
before Bill
it's
Tarr. I always
it's got to
assumed
be
it did,
before
but
Bill Tarr. But I have those books downstairs. It was some of my first Magic books were the Now You See Me, Now You Don't books, which are beautifully illustrated if you've never seen them.
mm. You see me now, you don't. Sorry, everybody. I'm just
Yeah.
like quick search. The exact origin of the phrase is unclear. Mm. But it appears in 1925 book, The Science of a Sparkle.
Here we are.
Whatever. This is the age of information we live in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gabriella has been booked to as one of the four horsemen in this live show, and she's going to tell us all about it. Nick, I'll see you next.
Oh, that's too much coffee up the nose. Sorry, Gabrielle, had nothing to do with you.
Nick,
Yeah,
I'll see
I'll
you
see
next
you
week.
later.
Thanks so much to Nick for being on the show. On to the main event. Regular listeners to the show will be well familiar with Gabriella Lester. She's an accomplished magician and escape artist from Canada who's appeared at Hidden Wonders, House of Cards, and The Magic Castle. This winter, she joins the cast of Now You See Me Live, a touring magic show inspired by the Now You See Me film franchise. Their first show is set to take place in December at the Sydney Opera House. I caught up with Gabriella via a video chat, and now you get to join our conversation. Gabriella Lester, thanks so much for joining me back on the Penguin Magic podcast. I am so excited to have you on the show because you are joining a huge magic tour.
I am. Thank you so much for having me back.
What can you tell our listeners about so you're in the Now You See Me, Now You Don't tour. Like you're one of the four horsemen.
Yeah, and the Now You See Me Live tour. So the tour starts in December. It's kind of based on the movies. So it's all the magic that you've seen in the movies that you love. It's going to be a little bit of everything: stage magic, illusions, mind reading, close up, all brought onto the stage. It opens at the Sydney Opera House, which is absolutely insane. And I am
That
still
is
pitching myself thinking about the fact that
crazy.
it's happening. Yeah.
It's opening at the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you ever been to the Sydney Opera House or spent any time in Australia?
I just went. We launched the show in Sydney, so I went there for a few days to do press and publicity. So I went to the Opera House and was just stunned the entire time. I mean, such a gorgeous building. So I'm to say I'm nervous would be an understatement.
So let's start off with I want to talk more about the show in a little bit, but let's start off with how did you get involved with this? Because I know that you've been up in Vancouver with Hidden Wonders and Sean Farquhar, and it was you and Billy and Alexander doing all kinds of
Hmm.
stuff up there, and you've come down here and played the Castle and Chicago Magic Lounge and House of Cards. But this is on a whole completely different level.
Yeah, so this has been something that I've always been working towards or chasing or wanting to get. They had done this show pre-COVID. It didn't last very long because obviously the pandemic shut it down, and I knew that it existed then. And it was the coolest thing in the world. It was just one tier above like Illusionists or Champions or a show like that. It just because it was tied to the movie and that affiliation that I absolutely loved. So when they announced the new movie this year, I started thinking and hoping that they'd be doing the tour again. Not even thinking that I'd get it or be in it, just because it was such a cool thing to admire, or want to go to. And in June, I got a call from Simon Painter, who's the guy that created The Illusionists, and said that he was developing the show and that he was considering casting me in the role and that he had to see me perform, et cetera, et cetera. The whole time I'm just on the other side of the phone, like freaking out. And dude was like, "It's at the Sydney Opera House, if you've ever heard of it." And I'm like,
For
based
our
on these
audio listeners,
magic movies.
for our audio listeners, Gabby's eyes just popped out of their socket.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
keep going.
It's okay. No, I talk half with my face, so you guys have to watch this for everything to make sense. Um, but yeah, and he told me he had to see me live, and I didn't have any dates at LA in the near future, and he wanted to work on a fast turnaround. So at first he's like, "Well, can you just come perform magic for my family and I?" And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Well, what if we invite some of the kids from the neighborhood over?" I'm like, "Okay, yes." Like whatever he just asked, I'm like, "Yep, I can do that. Yep, I can do that." And what we ended up doing is I went with him to one of his friends' birthday parties. Like what some film director had some party with a bunch of other industry people. And I just brought a person at some parlor stuff, some close up, just a bunch of everything. And it turned out to be an environment that I kind of thrived in because it was a bunch of grown men that were just drinking and wanting to have fun and wanting to, heckle, which was totally in my element. And I think it was the best thing because he was able to see me do a little bit of different things. He watched me interact with people, and a big part of this tour is the publicity. It's being able to do, the morning news, being able to do close up, being able to do a little bit of everything. So I think that environment actually benefited me a lot more than just a show where he saw me do, one style of magic.
Mhm.
So it worked out, and I got cast a few weeks later. Didn't believe it. Part of me
Mhm.
still doesn't believe it. But I think it's happening. I'm on the poster, so it must be happening.
uh, Now you said the show is based on the movies, or it's tied into the movies. Can you describe a little bit about how that is?
Yeah, so it's kind of inspired by the movies. So it's not necessarily the same script or plot line or same magic, but it's kind of taking pieces from it. So they kind of have that highest plot line, and we are still the Horsemen. So it's essentially if you see the movies, there's a live show in the movie. You watch the Horsemen perform in their live show in an audience. So it's basically like if you could be the audience that goes to the show in the movie in real life. That's what we're hoping to make the show like. It's gonna be the greatest magic show in the world, I think.
That is awesome. And so are you Gabriella Lester in the show, or are
Yes.
you so you're not like the Isla Fisher or anything like that?
I'm not, no, but they did make me dye my hair, so they are going for that just a little, I think.
Okay, so more sort of towards the first movie rather than the second movie.
Yeah, 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 kind of like
Eh,
that. But sorry, go ahead.
no, please continue.
You say, but it's been a really incredible experience, and Lionsgate's been really involved, which has been a really wonderful thing. They had us out to their headquarters. We got to see a early screening of the movie. So it's just been a really amazing process with all these big players like Lionsgate and the Opera House, and obviously this production company at spearheaded the illusionist. It's been really amazing being involved with so many of these higher up folk that are putting their work into making this project come to life.
That's fantastic. Now, uh, are you the movie the sorry the show that you're doing while it has these elements from the films. I'm assuming that you are doing quite a bit of your own material in this, as well as material that was created for the actual touring show.
Yeah, so it'll be bits and pieces of what I do, but for the most part, I think everything's kind of going to be new. The show's
Mhm.
kind of being built for the show, so it's a lot of stuff I haven't done before. You know, some illusions, some bigger pieces.
Mhm.
Have to work on my
Have to.
muscles
Oh, really?
and my hair. I think I have to go for the Hans clock look.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I think if you're doing a big touring stage show, you have to have the Hans Clock look going. You need a
Right?
wind machine with hair going everywhere.
I've heard there's pyro, so there has to be a wind machine. I'm going for
um,
80s classic.
and you obviously you are going to be escaping from a straitjacket upside down, because it wouldn't be a Gabriella Lester show if you weren't suspended by your ankles in a straitjacket.
You know, I'm not,
What?
right? I know. So what's left? Nothing. Um, one of the other cast members is Andrew Basso, who's one of the greatest escape artists in the world. So it would be insulting, I think, to have him in the show and have me do an escape. So
That
I'm
is
not doing one.
that is fair. Who,
Yeah.
speaking of which, who are the other horsemen? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's Adam Trent, who's based out of Vegas. He does a lot of like tech style magic. He had a TV series called The Road Trick that I watched when I was younger. And he's kind of like the front man of the show. Like I'd say he's kind of like the Jesse Eisenberg,
Mhm.
American accent sounding. We have a lot of accents in the show. Um, so there's Adam, and then there's Enzo Wayne, who's from France, and he's an illusionist. So he's gonna kind of bring that to the show. We have Andrew Basso, who's Italian, who's gonna be doing a lot of the escapes, and then there's me. Oh, what the fuck will I do? Um,
What
something.
what do you do in the show?
We are still figuring it out.
Okay.
The set list is still being built because a lot of it will be doing together. Like a lot of acts will be the full cast or duo or things like that. Similar to the movie, how everyone kind of works together. So we're all just putting our material on the table basically and trying to combine it and trying to keep it in line with the movie. So it's just this long creative process. And then we'll get to Australia. We'll rehearse for about a week to really build the show. Um, and then get on stage at the Opera House and keep building the show.
That is super exciting. It's especially exciting to know that there's been so much wonderful magic at the Sydney Opera House lately, because
Mhm.
like it's not long before you guys are there. Mario the Maker Magician's doing a
Yeah.
show at the Sydney Opera House. So it's, I mean, magic is really sort of getting huge and bigger by the day, and it's really exciting that this tour is headed out there.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I've been seeing all the Mario advertising going on there, and they love magic, which is just such an amazing thing. And I think so many of these venues are far more receptive to seeing magic and having it than they were in the past. And I think it makes the future of this tour for me really exciting because we're doing Australia and then Singapore, and then we don't know where we go next. But it's not really like, oh, I wonder if we'll get somewhere to go. I think it'll be like there's going to be so many amazing places
Mhm.
that are gonna wanna have us, that it's just exciting thinking about where we could be or where we could end up.
Yeah, I mean, with knowing that the producer, that Simon Painter, who produced The Illusionist, I mean, the Illusionists have 3 or 4 teams that are touring the world constantly. I have to imagine that with that kind of backing behind it, not only will the show be great, but we're going to be seeing you in all over the place with these shows. I, for one, can't wait until guys get to the States, because I'm going to be first in line to get my tickets.
Good. I wanna do Broadway, and
Yes.
I want you in the front row, so as long as those
Um,
2 dreams happen, we're good.
Obviously, I will be in the front row when you get to Broadway. And I know
Great.
tickets are available now, because you can go to nowyouseenmelive.com and
Yeah.
get tickets for the Sydney Opera House and for the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, this is coming up, because it looks like your first tour date is the 19th of December. I mean, that's only a couple of months away.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
So, how has getting ready for this show changed the way that you are approaching magic, since you're sort of coming to create magic as not just Gabriella Lester, but also this character in the show?
I mean, I'm really trying to level up and I'm really trying to do the work. And very aware that everyone else that's cast in the show has been touring with these guys for 10 or 20 years. Like a couple of them were in the original cast of The Illusionists, and they're coming to the show and kind of doing their thing. What they've done for the last decade in the show, like they've done tours like this, none of it is new. Whereas for me, this is gonna be, the biggest show I've ever done, and it's gonna be a big jump. And for me, just knowing that I got the gig is not enough. Like I really, really want to do the work. So for me, it's just been learning different things every day, like having material on material on material, because I just want to be ready to go and available and have ideas and being able to be flexible and being able to get in these, meetings or these creative sessions with these other guys and just say yes to whatever and be willing to learn things and be willing to put in the work and um just doing a lot of shows this year.
Mhm.
And like even this month in October, I'm going to just be doing like 40 or 50 shows just to be getting that flight time with this new material, because I really want to show up and do well, um and not just go, oh well, I got it so it's okay. I want to thrive and succeed, and I think for the entire length of the tour that work's not gonna stop for me.
Is it different working in such a like how have you changed the way that you are creating magic in this collaborative environment? Because before or does coming from House of Wonder already sort of
Hit and
prepare you
runners.
for this collaborative
Um,
or
a
Hidden
little
Wonders, Hidden
bit.
Wonders, sorry, House of Wonders. There's too many venues. I'm starting to mishmash names now.
Yeah, it's okay. Um, I yeah, I think that helped me learn how to collaborate and how to brainstorm and just be able to jump onto different things. I think one of the things I learned from Sean that was great is being able to do new things. Like he was doing new things every night. And I kind of saw through him the tools that he used to just kind of go for it and try something new and kind of getting over that hump, because it's always like the start of something that's always the trickiest. But it's been an adjustment, definitely, like trying to impress others rather than myself. Because I think in my career, my main goal has always like do well for myself, like
Mhm.
impress me, do something that I'm proud of that I think is good. But now it doesn't matter as much what I think is good. Like now I need a team of producers to go, okay, that's good, And there's stuff I brought to the table in these last few months where I go, oh, here's this great idea, and they go, meh, which crushes my soul. Um, but it's just been getting used to that and knowing that there's going to be a lot of ideas that are going to go out the window, and sometimes the smaller ones are going to stick, and um, so it's been adjusting to that and not being too hard on myself, but still willing to put in the work and take that rejection and keep moving forward and keep coming up with ideas. And nothing feels as good as this group of people going like, "That's a good idea." It hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it'll feel great. So,
I really appreciate the self-deprecating way in which you look at it, but
yeah.
you did earn this spot. I mean, like I've spoken to you offline about like lots of different collaboration stuff. I know that you were, working with Billy when he was getting ready for FISM, and you've certainly earned this spot. Um, are you is the team preparing to be in that heist mode by robbing any banks or cheating any insurance companies? I mean, just like what are you doing to get in the criminal aspect of
I mean, I've been pushing for crime this whole time. Um, and not that many people are on board with the idea, but I think it's great. We have been joking though that in the movie they give money back to their audience members and we just take it. So
it?
it's like a really bad parody, but it's okay.
No, I being true to the film would result in Gabriella Lester having a very difficult time attending magic conventions in the future, given that they are felons in the film. So maybe uh, an homage to it, but not actually sticking to the script that tightly.
Because I couldn't live without magic conventions,
Oh, well, couldn't we all? No.
right?
Well, Gabriella, as this tour starts going, I hope we can have you back on the show and maybe with a couple of your castmates so that we can hear more about the show as it comes to fruition. And I'm tremendously excited for you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd love to be back on.
Absolutely. Well, I will let you go because I know you have a lot of work to do. And thanks so much for telling us about Now You See Me, the live show.
Of course. Thanks so much.
That's going to do it for this week, kids. Thanks so much to Gabriella for being on the show, and thanks to you for listening. Thanks again to all of the Penguin fans who showed up last week at the Atlanta Harvest of Magic. It was super fun to see everyone. Also, thanks to everyone who came out to the IBM Ring 7 meeting at the P3 Magic Theater. We just had a special lecture last night for IBM members with Martin Braesas. If you ever find yourself traveling through Columbus, Ohio, don't hesitate to reach out. The Penguin is always working with the local magic clubs to have a great meeting space for people to do magic in person, and we love introducing new people to our group. As always, we're a weekly podcast, so be sure to like and subscribe, as well as share your favorite episodes on the social media platform that you've been getting crazy workout devices shipped to your house from. If you wanted to reach out to me about anything on this week's show, you'll need to give me a note between me being shocked by this ab machine or drinking mysterious smoothies delivered to me from Facebook ads. Don't worry, I'm being healthy. It's all fine. But if having a midlife crisis thanks to a viral marketing isn't your cup of tea, you can always reach out to me on Instagram at Eric Tate. That's at ERIKTAIT. From me and everyone else here at the P3 Magic Studios, practice, practice, perform.